Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Unstoppable. My name is Kerwin Rae, your host, and today we talk endurance with Lisa Tamati. Lisa is an endurance athlete and ultramarathon runner. This lady's incredible. In 2009, she ran 217 kilometers across one of the hottest deserts on earth called Death Valley. She has run through the Sahara, the Arabian, the Gobi, and the Libyan deserts, and I'm talking illegally, including the Australian outback. If you're wanting to learn how to develop grit, if you want to learn how to develop resilience, this is going to be the podcast for you. Listen up. What is your relationship with pain? Like, because some people look at pain, like I think of, people that I've known who trained before and, they whether they do any kind of exercise, whether it be yoga or they lift a weight, the moment it starts to hurt, their body, their relationship with pain is, oh my God, this is bad. Yeah. And they like, oh my God, I have to stop immediately. Yep. Other people, they don't necessarily have that same relationship. What's your relationship with pain?
Yeah, I don't like pain. I'm not masochistic in tendencies, but I understand the value of going through pain in order to get. There is no strength without the struggle. You don't get stronger if there's not a resistance to you get, like weights or a resistance training or, doing karate or doing whatever. It's all about fighting through what's hard, because then your body changes, but not only your body changes, your mind, and your mind gets able to handle more pain the more you do it. So the more pain you put yourself through, the more that you can cope with it, if you like, and for the longer.
So something I find curious is some of the most successful entrepreneurs have either been athletes or they express their passion in some form of athleticism. Is that part of your, like when you're working with other people? Because I know you do a lot of coaching with people as well. When you're working with a client, is that something you work on? Their ability to be able to physically endure pain through some form of physical expression?
Yeah, I mean, I mostly do coach athletes, so runners and body transformation as well. Okay. So it is, the thing I can't teach them is, I can teach them the mental skills and the skill sets, but they have to experience themselves and they have to take ownership over it. They have to be willing to go through the crap. And I'm so lucky that I have amazing people that I get to work with who do incredible things, Our head coach at our company, who we've trained for years, is just doing a challenge at the moment, 12 ultras in 12 months, over 100 kilometres. Wow. Destroying his body completely. In the last couple of weeks, he's had some failures. And for me, he's left he had a broken leg at 30 Ks last week. And he ran to 156 of the 160. And then before his body went into shock and he collapsed and they had to take him out at 4Ks before the end. But that's the type of people that you get to work with. I've had a mate of mine, we were running 24-hour races for the national team in England. His leg broke, and they had to literally drag him off and say, you cannot carry on. He was trying to run with a broken leg.
It's funny because people would be listening to this going, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But they'll go, why would you do that? But when you compare an entrepreneur in a similar space, sometimes it's very similar. They may not have a broken leg. They may just have a broken pen. But sometimes it's like trying to drag someone off a racetrack when they're doing what it is that they love. But one of the things that I'm noticing with you is you don't. It's not that you like the pain, but you've got this ability to deal with it. Yep. The Navy SEALs, they identified that trait as grit. Grit is a form of resilience, but the way that they define it is the ability to suffer without withdrawal. So what I'm curious to know from you is when you're working with someone, because again, I want to make this as practical as possible, whether it be in the athletic space, endurance space, or in the entrepreneurial space, what are some of the exercises that you can do with people in order to harden them up, in order to build a level of resilience or build a level of grit? Because one of the things that I've observed is some people either have it or they don't. Yeah. Okay, and the people that have it, fantastic, I'll hire them on the spot, right? Yeah. Or I'll work with them on the spot. The people who don't, they often sit there left there going, well, okay, I don't have this ability to suffer. I hate pain. I don't like to fail. How do I change? How do I develop that skill?
And that's a hard one because, obviously you and I both probably pick the one who has got the grit over the person who has maybe the talent. Yep. Would rather work with someone who's got to fight for it.
Absolutely.
And I prefer that. Yes. But obviously a lot of people don't. No. And I don't really have an answer for that because you have to, you can work with someone and you can try and it will take time. Yep. That you start to get to open their mind up to the possibilities of what they can do.
Do you think the body is the conduit to develop grip?
Yep, I do. I think it goes hand in hand. But
because you can get someone to do math problems all day long. They're like, I'm getting a headache.
Yeah.
But it's not until someone experiences physical pain that they can push through, that they really learn their own potential limitations.
Yeah. And you know what makes me so sad when I see people who are young people who perhaps are overweight, or they've never done any sport in their lives. They're stuck behind a computer or whatever, and they don't understand the power that lies within their body. But before they get old, like let's explore what this body can do before, and then they get old and they never knew what they missed out on. They never knew what their body was capable of doing. And we've all got a use-by date on us. But if you've experienced the power of your body and what it can do, then your mind is blown as to what you can achieve anywhere.
That's actually quite profound. Because when you think about it, there is a whole generation of human beings that are coming through right now that have no connection between what their own physical potential is and what they're actually doing in terms of sitting behind a computer every day. That's quite profound.
Scares the crap out of me.
Wow. It's the first time I've actually considered it in that way. It's like, wow, that's a lot of potential that is going completely unrealised.
Yep.
Life hasn't been an easy... Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Lisa Tamati on Unstoppable. Lisa, thank you so much for coming down.
And if anyone wants to find out about me...
Oh, yes. Where can we find out about you?
Please, hop over. I've got a running coaching company. I've got a body transformation. So Running Hot Coaching.
Yep, runninghotcoaching.com.
Yeah, and lisatamati.com is where all my programs reside.
Tamati.
ATI, yeah.
And your books?
Running Hot, Running to Extremes, and the new one coming out shortly is Relentless. And I'd love to hear if anyone's got any questions or anything. Give me out or hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
Just at Lisa Tamati. Yeah.
At Lisa Tamati. Yep. Lisa, you are unstoppable. You're the epitome of unstoppable. Thank you so much for coming, and great to have you over.
Thanks, mate. It's awesome.